And then she thought, no, they're crying for their futures. And much as she loved them, Isabel thought, I don't know what my future is, but it's not going to be that. No, it's not going to be that. I'm not staying in Knoxville. The next one, before we take a break, is a story that's just called Keith. When I left my husband in 1986, it was clear who would get which child. Susan was my charge. Empathetic, dramatic, maladroit at sports and other high school skills. She was having a hard time. She needed me. Keith, my firstborn, straight-backed, national merit winner, he would disguise pain and stay with his father. Oh, he didn't explicitly take sides, but he came home from college vacations to the house in New Jersey, talked sports, and protected Frank from depression. I didn't think that, I mean, love doesn't stop. I didn't doubt Keith's connection to me, but it felt raw. I visited him at college and then at law school. At one point he was living with 5 boys in a house, and I went and spent the weekend, and I said, I'll make you a meal, like a home meal. I'll make you mashed potatoes and meatloaf. And they entered into the spirit of it, and they told me what I should fix, and they helped me. They were nice kids. Then at the table I made an error. It had been going so well. I said, now, what would have been talked about at your table over this meal? And a silence came down. Obviously, home conversation was not something they wished to revisit. After that, we went out to it was a pickup ball game. They were playing. They'd done it. There was a call, and Keith, my son, absolutely lost it. He absolutely went up. He was so furious. I've never seen this. One of his friends went and put his arm around him, walked off the field, and I'm thinking, some places you can express emotion, sometimes others you can't. So, graduation time came. I went. This was Stanford, so it was a long trip. I planned carefully. When it was over, Keith told me I had ruined it for him. I was amazed. I could find no explanation. And then I understood. Just my being there with his sister was a mark of defeat. He picked a brilliant girl, intense, and he set out to shore her up and extol her to the world. At their wedding, Frank and I kidded about what good grandparents we would make. And by the end of the afternoon, I was helping Frank do some errand for Sandra, our new daughter-in-law. transported something in his car, it was very pleasant to do that. It took a long time after that, but we found our way back to each other. After 10 years, we were a couple. We were reunited. Somewhere along in there, I said to my son, in an uncharacteristically annoyed way, and speaking to him, "Keith, this is a very romantic thing that is happening, and nobody is saying anything." He said, "Mom, we don't talk about anything else." Funny, sweet. The phone calls were still between father and son. I felt suspended. And then I had a triumph. The library, on whose board I served, determined that we would keep the Carnegie building and not move out to the edge of town. It was a 6-5 vote, and I was ecstatic. I couldn't contain my... Frank said, "Call Keith." I didn't get to it. The next day, Frank said, "Keith called. He said to call him back." I meant to. And then the next day, there was his nice voice on the phone. And I started to talk. The words were careening out of me. I went through the 11 votes. I said how I had kept lines open to that one, how I had talked to that one, how I had gotten prestigious village people to enter the conversation, the stops I had made on Main Street. I couldn't contain myself. And Keith said, "It's wonderful, Mom." Well, it's like listening to Isabel. Isabel is 10. I said, "So you feel paternal towards me?" He said, no, that's not it. It's the enthusiasm. It rushes over me. I love it. It's not paternal. It's familiar. A distinction with a difference. I thought, it's all right. It's all right. I can talk to my son, my beloved son. Thank you. We made it through.
Television. Do you know what I am saying? do you know what I am saying?